Hey, good morning everybody. Curtis here with CP's Junk Removal Services. Just wanted to do a quick video about knowing your landfill fees and all of your fixed expenses. Get an idea. If you're just getting started out in junk removal, get an idea of what your expenses are. For example, you want to know what landfills charge what rates, okay? I've got 2 landfills that I use in my area primarily, and then when I go out of town to another city, when I go up to Greenville, then we'll use theirs, but we hardly go there. I mean, every once in a blue moon, it's starting to get a little bit more frequent than in the years past. But I say all that to say this: know your fees, because you want to be able to make a profit in your business. You're in business to make a profit. You're not out here to look good. Yes, it's nice to have your nice shiny trucks and look good and to be able to you want people to recognize your business, but you need to know those numbers. And what I'm telling you, I'm telling myself. I'm saying that right now because I saw an opportunity where we could have had some savings at one of the landfills versus another landfill this morning, and so so I just wanted to give you guys that value if you're just getting started out, because landfill fees will add up if you're not careful. If you can donate your items that you get from customers' houses, you guys know the basics, you know, and maybe you don't if you're just starting out. Maybe you don't, but you better look at your Goodwill, your Salvation Army, your Good Samaritan, so that you can cut down those landfill fees. You have to, you know, make sure that, you know, labor hours are not being wasted. You know, you want to have work for your guys to do. So if you don't have any jobs to do, then maybe if you got a warehouse space, maybe y'all straighten up around the warehouse, or maybe you clean up inside of the truck, or what we do is we go wash our vehicles, or we go hand out flyers. You know, I mean, this is stuff we do. We do door knocking. If you look at one of my videos that I've posted on this channel, you'll see us posting door knockers. I'm pretty sure I've put that on the YouTube channel here, and not just our Facebook page at CP's Junk Removal Services. So if you want to know what we do in the meantime, we're out handing out cards, passing out flyers. I'm making phone calls, anything we can do to grow the business. But try to know your numbers if you can, what your advertising fees are, and you know, if you can, if you're running Google ads, know those fixed expenses per month. I know my numbers right off the bat. I know my landfill numbers right off the bat, so or my advertising numbers as far as those that are higher costs. Okay, so those are things you want to know when you are you're running your junk removal business or your service business or whatever it may be. Tony, what time you got on you there, man? But yeah, so you want to know that. I just wanted to give y'all an update on the video before we went to this first job. Just so that 15 till. Okay, 15 till. So we've got to be at this job at 11 o'clock. Yeah, Tony, I was just talking to them about knowing their fees. You know, we were talking about the dump fees. And, yeah. You know, different expenses that come with running the landfill. I'm running the removal business. Anything else that I'm leaving out that you could think of, like stuff that they would want to know, like for guys getting started out. Any tires, you know. Tires are yeah. Tires are going to get damaged, you know, either at the landfill primarily. I mean, that's where you want to get your damage. People are dropping off just random items, like the load of shingles we took the other day. Okay, right. Really, that's one of the biggest things. You caught me off guard coming back from the story. I know. I put people on the spot there. I did. Well. Thanks, Tony. Yeah, that's one of the biggest expenses that people just wouldn't think of. Is you've got some rough environment, and you know, keep your equipment as low to the ground as you can get it. You know, any heavy items that you got to lift, the higher your surface area is. You know. If you get a trailer, it's got a ramp. You know, keep your dollies up to date. Keep your tires inflated on them, and you know, straps, all your tie downs. You know, tarps, all these places you got to be tarped when you go in, and on the road as well. So, you know, just learning some basic knot skills and how to finagle a bungee cord. Yeah, man, son, you're the master at that, aren't you, man? You're someone. He's talking from experience, man. This guy's a master at that. So he's not just telling you, yeah, he wasn't just telling you something that he doesn't know. I mean, he's a master. He's about ropes, bungees, strapping stuff down. Man, this dude's an expert at that. Yeah, you know, every state is different. You know, your land, but ours, you know, the ones that we go to, you know, we're in East Tennessee, so you're gonna, depending on where you are, you know, you're gonna run through some tires. And if any of you have any comments, please comment below on how you are getting through not having to replace or get tires patched all the time, because that is a fixed expense, you know, that I've had to deal with. And so if you have a comment below, I do not have the answer for that right now. Put it below, other than switching locations and going to a landfill that doesn't have as many nails and this and that and the third. So that's the answer to that question. But and that's the name of this game. You're gonna deal with that when you're dealing with doing junk removal, when you're out here on these construction sites. You know, that's a part of doing this. But just know your costs, know those expenses to the best of your ability. You know, try to keep some kind of record, you know, of what you're of what you are, what it's costing you. That way, at least, I mean, you know, if you go to the landfill or go, you want to stay away from the landfills too. That's the thing. But when you got construction debris that's when you're doing renovation cleanups. Where else you gonna take the stuff? You know, you can't take it home in your backyard unless you live out in the county, and you can do that, and they allow you to burn where you live out in the county. But but really, one of the tips I want to leave you guys is, that are starting out in the junk removal business, is try your best to stay away from them. Reason I say that is because it'll save you money, you know. And if you're about one of those that love keeping the environment clean and green and this and that and the third. So I'm not saying it as a bad thing, as like, no, they're bad people. No, it's great people at the landfill. That's great, awesome people. I'm just saying, as far as your expense wise, man, because that adds up, man. That adds up. So you learn how to donate items, give items away, learn how, like, you know, go to your Goodwill, your Good Samaritan. I'm being repetitive and redundant right now, but a lot of you guys looking to start out, you know, look at how you can, I would love to stay away from it at all costs. You know, I would absolutely love to not have to go there. So, you know, when you first start out, you're going to be looking to get rid of stuff. And yeah, you do make your money in the loads that you haul. You do make your money in that, but your first instinct shouldn't be to run to the landfill, you know.
Think about resale.
Resale. There you go, Tony said. Think about resale. If you can salvage some of the stuff you come across. Here I am preaching to the choir. I need to get back to the resale and salvage and things like I used to. We do a lot more donate than resale, because right now I don't have the time to do the resale. So if there's something I can resell, I'm donating, and that takes the part of the resale. But I'm wanting to get back to resale. So if you can resell, absolutely, like Tony said, that yes, man. Because I mean, you can't just be throwing this stuff away if you can help it, you know. So that, you know, be a blessing to somebody, or so, you know, Goodwill will work with you. I tell you, one of the Goodwills that really helped us out was, I'm gonna give them a shout out. That was the one in Bristol, Tennessee. That was on Bristol Highway, coming back into Johnson City during the coronavirus pandemic. Man, they took a lot of stuff from us. They took about they took a lot. And the lady that was working during that time, whoever you are, that was working there in April of 2020, was a blessing to us, because that was right during the pandemic hit. It slowed down, and guys had lost their jobs, and they were coming to work with us to help us out with junk removal. They were laid off, and that lady helped us on that job that we had 10 loads on. And whoever she was at that Goodwill at the Bristol, Tennessee one on the Volunteer Highway, on Bristol High, going into Johnson City, that particular one, they were awesome. And so if you can find somebody, a place like that, who will keep you from having to throw stuff away, and maybe somebody else can benefit from it. You know, some of you may say, well, they resell that stuff. Well, I don't know what they do with it. You know, I hope that someone benefits from it. Do you know what they do, Tony? Because I don't know.
I don't really.
Okay.
I don't know exactly how that works.
Okay. Yeah.
Another thing about, you know, being careful with the environment and what you're throwing away.
Yeah.
Stuff that you can salvage.
Yeah.
Look into one of the local rescue units or fire departments and pick you up a little booklet, little hazmat booklet that has all the codes and numbers.
Nice.
On them.
Nice.
And that'll help you to know what you're handling, and, you know, how toxic it is, and proper way to dispose of these things.
Awesome.
Yeah.
There you go. That's good sound advice. Appreciate that, man. Yeah.